Заб Джуда в Москве. Hi Zab.
How are you? How are you? Good. Excellent.
How was the fight? How was the fight?
Good. Fight was good, Все, заезжайте, тоже место подъедьте.
Okay, Zab, a couple of questions. Your first time in Moscow.
First time in Moscow. Oh man, I'm happy to be here. I want to thank the people for inviting me here, and I hope that my stay is very pleasant.
You are here to see the fight Al-Khadif versus Cannon Holt.
Yes.
What are your expectations of that?
I don't know. I'm here expecting to see a good boxing fight. This is what I do. I'm a good fighter, so of course I want to come see a great fight. I think that these two great young warriors are gonna put on a great fight.
Have you seen Al-Khadif fighting before?
Yes, I've seen it. I watched it.
What do you think about it?
It's pretty good. You know what I mean? He's representing Moscow, and we here with him, and we hope for a great turnout.
In Russia, they say and write that the winner of Al-Khadif fight will fight you.
Me.
So,
well, yeah. We here. We're working on a lot of things. I have a lot of Russian friends. And this is a great opportunity for me. To come over here and display my talent. And show the world great boxing. And that's what I come to do.
in your last fight, you defeated Paris.
Yeah.
A couple of words about this fight.
He's a great young fighter. Undefeated from Detroit, back in the United States. Very tough area. Very tough young guy, but I was very determined, very hungry. I know what I can do in the sport of boxing. Mentally, I'm back ready again. And March 24th, I showed you guys a great outing. And going forward with the future, I'll be looking to do the same thing.
Do you believe you will be a world champion again in light welterweight?
Of course, I did it five different times. Number 6 is very surely to come up, I'm very excited. Hopefully one day I'll be able to come over here to Moscow and defend my world title and fight in front of the Moscow people. It'd be great.
I'd like to see you here.
Hopefully one day, hopefully.
Today, you will see Zoo.
Yeah.
What are your feelings about seeing him 10 years?
I haven't seen Zoo in so many years. I know one thing, we had a great outing. No matter the outcome of the fight, it's a fight to remember. Today, they still talk about it. So I guess that's a good thing. A lot of fighters have fights, people don't talk about them no more. With Zoo, Zaba Judah, I won the first round, he won the second round, and the fight was pushed over in his favor. I have a lot of respect for him, I wish him well, unfortunately he's finished now, finished boxing and stuff, but like I said, we'll get together, have a cup of coffee, and look to just, sit down and chop it up a little bit.
I saw this fight when I was
young,
young, and I always wanted to know your opinion. Now, do you still believe that referee Janet stopped the fight too early?
Of course. Me and the rest of the world, that's why, at the time, I was 22 years old. I was a young kid, so I had a young mentality, Now, as older, so I reacted in a young kids. That's how young people act, They act violently, But now I'm older, I'm much wiser, been through a lot more different things in the sport of boxing. Like I said, hello to Zoo.
Do you, can't help asking with this question, do you regret what you did just after?
Of course. I apologize to Nevada tons of times. I apologize to Zoo, to Team Zoo. Like I said, I apologize because I was a young guy then. I was a different mentality. I was a product of my environment. I was, it was different. Now I'm older. I'm a man. I'm mature. I like to see Zoo and tell him hi, shake his hand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zab. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you, man.
Have a good time.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. All right.
What's up?